said 75 is like a heat wave in England. And I'm like, 75? God, I'd love for 75. Hey, we're live. Welcome, everybody. It is Monday night. Welcome to MCU Mondays. We're glad you joined us here tonight. I am your host, David. With me, as always, are my co-hosts, Debbie. Debbie, how are you this evening?
Good. Pleasant 75 here.
Yeah.
That's probably cooler than that now.
100
Oh, it's 64 right now.
Oh,
good grief.
be
It's
nice.
still in the 90s here.
I was going to say, I went grocery shopping last night. It was 9:00 at night. The sun was long down and it was still 96 degrees. And that was without the sun or anything. So that was nighttime. 96 degrees at 9:00 at night.
Yeah,
Today was
a low of 58 tonight.
Today was in the 100s, and David was outside working all day. I mean, like outside working all day today. So David is beat. The sun has taken its toll on me. With us all again, as he always is. Andrew, how are you this evening?
I am doing good.
Mr. I sat at home and went to my college classes and was in the air conditioning all day.
Yeah, it was nice. Except when I had to go outside. You could tell I'm house sitting. I have to throw the ball for the dogs outside.
No,
don't
so
strain
yourself now.
I know, right?
Let's see. What do we got tonight? What kind of news have we had tonight? Do we have anything tonight, newsworthy wise? Other than
there was that X-Men.
The X-Men announcement.
That's really the only newsworthy thing I've seen.
And that is basically season 2 will feature X-Men team, 2 other X-Men teams. Don't know why.
Yeah.
It was one of the issues I really had with the X-Men was the fact that there was just so many. And I mean, just throughout the entire run of the comic books and the cartoons and everything else, there was just so many X-Men that eventually I was like, why are they segregated? Why is this a thing for segregation? Because as it stands right now, there's more mutants in the world than there are people. I just like, all right, everybody's you're a mutant and you're a mutant and you're a mutant and everybody's a mutant. Yay! So, whatever. Debbie, are we live? I don't have my phone with me. My wife stole my phone so she could play Monopoly.
Yeah.
So I can't sit here and see if we're live. I didn't see usually I get the little pop-up thing on the chat saying, hey.
Well, YouTube's live. I don't know about Facebook, but
I'm going to check. Let's see.
If we're live on YouTube, that's fine. That's fine. If that's all we're on, then that's all we're on.
Let me see. Looks like we are just live on YouTube.
Uh-oh.
And when I go to the Facebook page, it's not showing there. Could be just because it's new.
Maybe.
Let's see.
All right. Well, if we're not on YouTube, we're not on YouTube. It's not a big deal.
No, I mean Facebook.
Or not, Facebook. Facebook.
Yeah. I know what you meant, yeah.
Hey, how are you? We need to get you on this show one night.
She does have some questions we'll be answering later, so.
Awesome.
Yeah, it just says
okay.
The post that you put up 4 hours ago.
Yeah, and I was having issues.
Oh. Well,
mainly because I was doing it on my phone. It's 114 degrees and my phone kept shutting off saying it's too hot. I mean, literally my phone was turning off in my hand saying it's too hot. I can't work. So I was that's how hot it was. When your phone stops working because it says, no, it's too hot out here, I'm not going to do anything. We're good. I'm good. I'm hot. Or not anymore. I'm not hot. But this afternoon I was. Got home and I was just like, I'm beat now. Oh, don't you have a show tonight? Yes, I have a show tonight. I thought about canceling, but I was like, I watched the episode. I was excited about it. It was a good episode. We watched. So we're doing Deadpool tonight. We are next to the last. I did it again, didn't I? I just caught
You did.
myself. I'm looking at my shirt. I watched
And
Daredevil.
Debbie's shirt too.
Yeah, Debbie's wearing one too. It's her fault.
Ba-doo!
Mm-hmm. Shh, nobody cares. Just saying. What did we watch? Daredevil. Daredevil is what we're watching these days. We are 2 episodes left in this season of Daredevil. I almost did it again. I was thinking about it. This is the next to the last episode. In the last episode, Frank blew up the boat. It appears as though he's dead. Stick and Elektra were getting ready to face off. And this is where it all this is the culmination. We'll get the season finale next week. Dark at the end of the tunnel, which is the opposite of light at the end of the tunnel. One of the things that Daredevil and honestly, it was so the Hand has kidnapped Stick. They have him, and it was real funny because, or the Hand kidnapped Stick, and it was real funny because I'm sitting here thinking about it, and I'm like, the title on the the title card on Disney Plus says Daredevil goes underground to find an old friend. And in my mind, I think, okay, he's going, he goes, that's he goes underground. I mean, no, he literally went underground. Oh, you got to find the manhole covers and go to the abandoned subway lines. It's like, oh my God. Okay. All right. Well, underground makes sense now. So, but, lovely torture scene in this one. Again, one of those things. I was watching it and I was just like, oh, I don't know what's worse, the scenes like that or the medical scenes. But them shoving them bamboo shoots up under his, oh God
Yeah,
almighty.
he had some fancy long fingernails.
I don't care. I don't care. That looked like I was just sitting there going, oh God, that hurts. Stop. Just stop it. But he also used some of those fancy long fingernails too when they when they finally get everything done. You've got Karen. I know you love her, Debbie.
Mm.
We need to get a Karen appreciation,
No.
episode or something like that.
We can do like a character expose of Karen.
Oh. I don't know. She just kind of ticked me off in this episode because right off the bat, she tells the cop's name that Matt's been working with. Oh, Frank kidnapped me, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
She's still covering for Frank. She's still trying to make Frank to be the bad guy.
well, she didn't even have to mention Frank. She could have just said, I snuck out.
Yeah.
That's all that needed to be said. But no, she throws him under the bus.
The cops are going to be working crossing guards up in wherever it was.
Yeah.
I was like, she was like, oh no. And it's like, why didn't you just say I snuck out?
Yeah, it's not their fault. I snuck out. That's all she had to say. She didn't have to say anything about Frank.
I needed a cup of coffee. I snuck out. Went to the diner.
Yeah. Some episodes she redeems herself and then, it's like 2 steps forward, 4 steps back with her.
Yeah. So she's well, that and gosh, there was something else that I was thinking about today that happened in this episode that I was just thinking, oh my God. Oh, she mouthed off to the newspaper guy.
Mm.
I just don't want to do this anymore. I'm done. And then she said, oh, I got to go. And then she said, oh, I got to go. And then she said, oh, I got to go. And then she said, oh, I got to go. And then she said, oh, I got to go. And then she said, oh, I got to go. And then she said, oh, I got to go. And then she said, oh, I got to go. And then she said, oh, I got to go. And then she said, oh, I got to go. And then she said, oh, I got to go. And then she said, oh, I got to go. And then she said, oh, I got to go. And then she said, oh, I got to go. And then she said, oh, I got to go. And then she said, oh, I got to go. And then she said, oh, I got to go. And then she said, oh, I got to go. And then she said, oh, I got to go. And then she said, oh, I got to go. And then she said, oh, I got to go. And then she said, oh, I got to go. And then she said, oh, I got to go. And then she said, oh, I got to go. And then she said, oh, I got to go. And then she said, oh
There's no story.
There's no story. Frank's
Frank's
dead.
dead.
Everybody thinks Frank's dead.
Yeah.
Clancy Brown was in this one again. God bless that man. God bless that man.
Turned into a villain.
Well, he was a villain in Shawshank Redemption, so
I know.
he's he's a good guy, but he's a good bad guy too. That is a diverse actor right there. Robert Patrick always is the bad guy. And for those that don't know, Robert Patrick played he was the T-1000 in Terminator 2. Just in this I don't know if you have been watching Jack Reacher, but the second season of Jack Reacher, he was the bad guy.
He's also in Peacemaker. He plays his dad. He's pretty funny
he plays
in that role.
Asshole dad.
Yeah, a bad guy. The unit.
Pretty funny.
I think it was the unit that he was in that he was the bad guy, or he was one of the good guys, but he was kind of a bad guy. So it was just he's always you see him and you're like, oh, he's gonna be evil. Johnny Cash, Walk the Line. He was Johnny Cash's dad in Walk the Line, and he was a jerk there, bad guy. So, but here you have Clancy Brown, and he plays the good guy in Rebels, and did he do one of the Clone Wars too? I think maybe.
I think so.
Yeah,
he carried over from the Clone Wars, and then went into Rebels, and then into Ahsoka, and good guy all the way across the board. But Shawshank Redemption, he's just like, he is a very diversified actor. I seriously need to find some other stuff that he's in and watch it, because I'm really enjoying him. Find something where he needs to be a leading man. That's what we need him as, a leading man. I don't know what, but find something. But anyway, it turns out, yes, that he's the bad guy, because he had a picture of one of the guys that died at the dock. And and I hate this when movies do this, and they do it all, movies and TV shows. Karen sees the picture. She flashes back to the dock. She remembers that, and then she gets that look like, and the bad guy can see it and knows that she just realized who he is and who she is. She's putting two and two together.
But her back was turned to him.
Doesn't matter. I don't care. Same thing. And then they, I gotta get going now. And it's like, oh yeah, just give it away. Just tell your whole story. It happened in Spider-Man in Homecoming, when he was driving to the prom with Michael Keaton. And it was like, I was like, I know who you are. Yes, I know who you are too. So it's I can't stand that, and I'm like, I look at people and I'm like, don't do anything, don't say anything, continue to talk to them, carry on the conversation. Then when there's a natural break in things, then you don't just, well, I guess I better get going now. And it's like, oh, you just dug your own grave.
You made it obvious. Yeah.
Exactly. You have just made it obvious that you have pinned them as the bad guy.
Well, look at the time. I best be going. You just got here.
I got and she did. That was the other thing. She had only been there. She asked him like 2 questions. She had been there for all of 2 minutes.
Oh, he was in Starship Troopers. He played a good guy there.
He was the drill instructor, the sergeant, and at the end he was the one that actually captured the brain bug, because he took the demotion to private so that he could go fight. Yeah, he was. That was a good movie. I'm telling you, he's been in a lot of good stuff. He's definitely versatile.
He voices somebody in SpongeBob. I can't remember who.
You know what? I think it's Mr. Krabs.
Yeah.
I think it's Mr. Krabs. I'm almost positive about that. Now that you say that. So now he's a good guy, he's a bad guy, and he's the goofy, lovable cartoon character too. Go figure. Go figure. Let me think. What else happens in this episode? Elektra and Stick are fighting. I don't know why Matt intervenes. I'm still trying to figure that one out.
Well, yeah. I mean, oh, you were my mentor. Blah blah blah.
But he's mad at both of them. He doesn't want. I would say just let them duke it out and let one kill the other and call it good. Because you know that's what they're going to do.
Well,
And then
we find out.
Elektra. Go ahead.
Well, we find out about her past. You
I
know that
like
she's
that.
really the Black Sky.
And
Yeah, the ultimate
actually,
weapon.
the little girl who they got playing Elektra, she was great.
Mhm.
You know, I had a lot to say about them child actors that were in The Acolyte that played
Rest in peace.
Osha and May. I horrible.
Yeah, they
Did
were.
not care for the
Yeah.
kid. This one, she was awesome. She was good. The casting director hit the nail on the head with this one because she pulled it off as far as the fighting technique, not just the fighting, just the fighting in general. I mean, she looked good with the choreography. She was able to carry the character
Well,
well.
and
I thought it was awesome.
you see, she's really good at killing. Like the act doesn't affect her. You know, like you give her a sword or katana, she'll be like, "Hey, I got to go do some killing."
Well, she did.
It,
She
you
got
know.
the one guy where they were fighting, and
Mhm.
she was she's gonna kill him.
Mhm.
And oh, you need to rein her in. Oh, I'll take care of her. Stick. Let me say this right. Stick sticks up for her
Mhm.
and kills the other guy. And at some point, I'm like, don't you need these people? There's a war coming, and you're killing your own soldiers. What what are you doing here? You're killing me. Well, you're killing them anyway. But
And
let's
I didn't like the way or how quickly she flipped.
flip,
Um,
flipped back to the good guys.
yeah.
I did.
It didn't take much. And Matt's just like, and then
Well,
she's. I'm just like, oh my god, come on.
but see, here's the
It's
thing.
love.
That,
Love
that
is what is you know,
you hit
convincing. You know.
you hit the nail on the head. I think that's what it is. Honestly, with me, I think that's exactly what it is. Is that
Make me
she?
puke.
Debbie's like, this is a superhero movie. I don't need no love story.
Well, if it's a love story that makes sense, I don't mind. But
Right.
she
Yeah.
has screwed Matt over how many times now?
But
He's not gonna.
she
He's
still
not gonna.
she
But
loves Matt. She
he ain't
loves
gonna
Matt.
reciprocate it.
I know
He
that,
done with her.
but it doesn't matter. She still loves him. She's the girlfriend that is. I let the good one get away. The good one found somebody else, and now I want I want that one back, but I know I can't really have it. But I still love
If
him.
I can't have him, no one can.
No, because she doesn't want to kill him.
No,
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing.
he hasn't gone psycho just yet.
Yeah.
And you saw that too. I mean, Matt was standing there with if she had that sword, they gave her the sword and said, "You're the Black Sky." This was the hand talking.
Mhm.
You're the one that's supposed to lead us. They gave her the sword. She took it, and Matt stepped right into it and said, "You're going to have to kill me because the hand is my enemy and I'm fighting them." And she couldn't even do that. So, and why is it? Let me ask you. Maybe you know why is it that all of a sudden, Matt's had problems fighting these ninjas like the entire season, and I don't mean problems like as in they're just there. I mean like it takes him a while to get these guys down.
Mhm.
But in this one, he's like 1-2 punch, boo boo boo, and he's he's just spot on. And then Stick tells him he's like, they're not drawing their blades anymore. You can't use that. Listen to their hearts and listen. And then the one guy punches him, and he's listening to the blood drip. And it's like, why haven't you done this since the beginning of the? Why is it so easy for you to take out these ninjas now, and it wasn't at the first of the season? I don't understand it, but
That's the way it was written.
because we need the story to happen.
We have to have 13 episodes.
So, yeah, again, and this was definitely a Michael Bay episode, I think.
Pew,
This
pew.
was this was a whole lot of pew pew bang bang. Well, not explosions necessarily, but definitely a lot of fights and punches, a lot of blood, in this one. And other than Elektra's little character development and Karen when she's talking to the the
Editor.
newspaper guy, yeah, the editor. And he kind of, okay, you need to get back out there. No, I need a shower. I just need to go home. I'm tired. I'm worn out. No, now we need to know who Frank was. And, oh, I know somebody I can talk to. And he basically gets her fired up for doing whatever she's doing. Oh, and I guess we had that little exchange between Foggy and Matt.
Mm.
I've paid through the electricity through Sunday. You can stay if you want, but I'm leaving. Are you going to try and stop me?
No.
No.
Did you want me to?
I was kind of hoping
Yeah,
you
I
would.
mean, if you paid for it,
But I'm glad you did.
Yeah.
Something about because it's final now when we needed it to be final. So,
But is it?
well, of course not. There's a whole nother season. Plus, you've got Daredevil Reborn. Plus, if I'm not
born
mistaken,
again.
or Born Again, whatever. Plus, if I'm not mistaken, uh, in the comic books, Nelson and Murdoch is like a staple. So, yeah, that's like saying, oh well, Clark Kent's going to quit the Daily Planet. Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Oh, look at this episode of Superman. Clark's retiring from the Daily Planet. No, he's not.
Or
No,
for sure.
no, he's not. We
This
got
Superman.
two more seasons to go. No, he's not.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they could have done that with all this multiverse stuff and said, well, in this universe, yes, Matt and Foggy did break up, but we need a what if episode explaining all of that. So, when does What If start? Season 3.
I don't think it has a release date at the moment.
I haven't heard.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think.
Oh, we've got Agatha. Agatha's next, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a month away. I do know.
Come on, Daddy.
That
Oh no,
all the
I'm excited for it. I just
That was we still got a month ago. Is that what that
No.
was?
was something else.
Oh,
I know that I know all the animated stuff that's in development or been announced is all within the next 18 months. So what if season 3 will be sometime between now the next
and
year
18
a
months
half.
from now.
Yeah. That includes I know the Spider-Man show is I think this November or December.
And then we've got zombies at some point.
Yeah, and then obviously X-Men 97 season 2.
X-Men 97
Oh,
too.
Yeah. Oh, the Black Panther series. That'll be at some point. So yeah. roundabout
that?
way of answering your question.
Yeah. No, I'm ready for Agatha.
Yeah,
We gotta.
it
It's
looks
on.
it looks like it's gonna be good.
And I know if Kat was watching tonight, she might be. I don't know. But if Kat was watching tonight, I know spooky season. I think is like her favorite time of year. I don't get into the Halloween thing until after Labor Day myself.
Mhm.
But my wife has had me out shopping for decorations already. Like nobody has anything yet. You got to wait till after Labor Day. Oh, there's a few places out there that have things.
Yeah. Gosh, is that Home Depot or Lowe's? I don't know. One of those lumber places or home fixer upper places. They've at least I've seen on TikTok. They got all kinds of Halloween stuff out already.
Not
At
ours.
least
We went. I went. Well, I guess it was last week. Sometime I went, and they didn't have anything yet. So because she's looking, we bought a few. We bought last year. We bought one of those big like 12-foot tall skeletons from Home Depot, and now they've released like a 5-foot tall skeleton dog that's to match the size of the 12-foot tall skeleton. So now she's hunting the 5-foot skelly dog to
from
put in the yard.
shoot, what's it called?
Home Depot.
No, the show you're talking about.
Agatha.
No, with the tall skeleton and the dog.
Oh,
There's a movie. Nightmare Before Christmas.
No, 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 no.
uh,
This is legit like a. Hang on, let me see if I can find a picture of it real quick. This is like a legit skeleton.
Oh, because I thought Jack the skeleton had a dog too.
He does,
Oh, well, see, my
but
thinking was legit then.
okay. Let's see here. So I'll pull up one of. Oh, not that one. I'm trying to find one. That's fine. All right. So, oh, I found a good picture, but give me just a minute. So, anyway, so yes, we're looking for the 5-foot tall uh skeleton dog. This is what they look like.
Mm,
And they're like
I see.
they're literally like 12 feet tall. And the eyes are like LED eyes, so they move around and they watch you and stuff. And there's a lighting kit that you get that you put behind the rib cage, and their ribs all light up and everything. It's really kind of cool.
well,
But
probably melting that Texas heat.
Yeah, probably.
what you don't understand is that October's fall in Texas, so it drops down into like the low 90s. So I mean, our highs will be like into the low 90s. So it's actually nice out in October.
Yeah.
And then at night it drops into like the mid 80s. So
See, August is always the hottest month. I mean, June and July are hot, but August is a whole nother level of hot. It's like another sun is created and
we live on
aimed right at
Tatooine.
Texas.
Yeah, we live on Tatooine.
Arrakis.
Either that or there's so many satellites above the earth that it's creating like a
Yeah.
magnifying lens effect, and it's all pointed right at Texas.
See, it's like in Dune, only the Fremen know how to survive on Arrakis. Only Texans know how to survive in Texas. You try coming here from a cold state up north, you're gonna melt. Literally melt. Because your skin is not used to, it's not tough for the heat.
You'll be like that guy in Raiders of the Lost Ark where he goes,
Yeah.
Face melts.
Yeah. It's a sauna. It's like just a sauna. It's hotter than a sauna, actually. It's a sauna and a hot tub combined.
It's like sitting in a hot tub that's inside of a sauna that shoved up Satan's rectum. So
Yikes, I just spilled some water.
good.
Oh man, if only it could have come through the nose. That would have been great.
That would have been awesome.
Oops.
No.
Oh man.
Dang, I timed that just about right.
No more water. I'll be.
Let's see. So back to Daredevil. I almost said that again. Elektra ends up saving Stick, even though she doesn't really want to. I don't think she wants to.
No, because he was trying to kill her.
Oh, and the whole thing with Frank too. Oh, geez, that was brutal. So
That was great. I loved it when she turned on the car when
the song
sergeant forced her into the car, and then that song comes on, which was in the last. I think it was the last episode.
Last episode, yeah. When she snuck out, yeah.
And he said he loved that song, and then as soon as she, turns the car over, that comes blasting out, and she automatically she's like,
she knew Frank's around. Well, he said, I love that song, and you should drive around playing that song as loud as you can. And when she got into the car and turned on the car, and obviously, I think it showed her actually pulling up, and the song wasn't on. And then she gets into the car.
I think he had been in the car and put that CD on.
So is the colonel, the guy that she went to go see, is he the blacksmith? Was that ever?
Yeah, that's my assumption that he's blacksmith. Well,
he's blacksmith. Yeah, was.
Yeah, he was. Him and that other army dude,
Blondie,
Gorlin, I think was his name, or something like that. Yeah. Oh, you could have joined us. You could have been living the high life. He had a pretty nice house. That was a big house for a sergeant.
Yeah,
or whatever he was.
So,
but justice was served.
Well, and it was really good too. And God, I loved it. I thought it was awesome. So they're driving around. See, he's got Karen. The major has Karen. Frank slams into the side of the car, takes the major out, and Karen finds him, and basically she's like telling him, "Don't do this. You've got to be better than he is. You got to be bigger than he is. Don't do what he would do, blah, 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 blah." And he's like, well, I forgot. He said something to her, just shut the door. It was something like,
screw you.
Yeah, something like that. Basically, give her the finger and go away kind of thing. And he slammed the door. And God, I've never seen such a great scene in a TV show or a movie or anything like this, because this is the way it needs to be. This is how you're supposed to do it. Where he gets in that shed and he's looking around and he sees all of these elements that he can use to torture this man, to slowly kill this man. And the guy, and he's looking around and you can see the hamster wheels turning up in his head. And he's just like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? And then the major starts egging him on. Yeah. How are you going to do it? What are you going to do? What are you, you got all night long to make this slow and painful and blah, blah, blah. And then he just looks at him and he goes, you always told me 1 shot, 1 kill. Bang. Yes. That's how you do it. It reminded me of that scene in Austin Powers where he says, "Start the slow dipping mechanism." Blah blah blah. Now shut the door, and he's like, "Wait a minute, aren't you even going to watch him die?" No, I'm just going to assume that everything went to pot, and that's it. And I've got a gun in my room right now. Let me go get it. We can just shoot him in the head. It'll be fun. I was like, yes. So you don't sit there and torment him. Do you know why you don't do that? Because he might get away. He could get
Yeah.
away. He could get away.
He could figure out a way to escape or, kill Frank, But then it was great because then Frank found his arsenal,
Yeah. Yeah.
a very nice arsenal.
And it's a lot like there was the one line in Deadpool where he said the problem with round the clock torture is that you can only do it for so long before the person just doesn't care anymore. Something along that line. Again, I'm going to bring you into this shed, and I've got all of these elements of torture. But again, round the clock torture. What's that going to eventually? He's going to die eventually, but it's going to stop hurting after a while. So what's it loses its fun at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yes,
Or when they talk too much, there's been some stuff where the guy's got a gun on another person and they just sit there and yap and yap and yap, and it's like, oh my god, just get it over with, or shoot him and get it over with.
Even in the case of, like, if the good guy has the drop on the bad guy and he's sitting there holding the gun and the bad guy's sitting there going, well, you could have done this and you should have done this and the high life and blah 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 blah, and eventually, and this happens in movies all the time, where you get the hero kind of second guessing himself, saying, am I doing the right thing? And for just that one split second, he drops his guard, and then that's when the bad guy reacts to it, and then there's more
Takes
fighting.
advantage.
Yeah, exactly. So it's Deadpool did it. What? He was rambling on. I'll look for the other 4 moments. Don't worry. You were rambling on. So, yeah, I'm one shot, one kill. And again, that's something, as a military person, that is something that that's what they teach you. One shot, one kill. That's definitely something that's in the realm of everything. So, I liked it. Karen's gonna have to call the police again. Again. This is like the 3rd time tonight.
That guy's gonna get suspicious,
Exactly. Yeah, he is. He's gonna be like, okay.
What? Why are you always in the middle of this?
Not only why are you always in the middle of it, but why does this all seem to be happening to you tonight?
Mm-hmm.
What exactly? And what's
why are you always at the scene?
Yeah, exactly.
When it's happening,
Exactly.
Well, I'm a journalist. That's what I do.
No.
Why is a gun in your hand? I was checking it out. I was interviewing it.
I was doing your job, adjusting for prints. So, oh, Karen. Yeah, because she had to call him for the diner.
Mm-hmm.
Then she had to call him again for the boat. And now she's going to have to call him again for the car crash. And Frank just killed this major guy. And that's because the major guy is the blacksmith. And good Lord. Eventually they're going to look at her and go, you know what? She's probably faking it. The boy who cried wolf kind of thing. So, I don't know. But yes, it was a slam bang episode. all kinds of fun happening. Did we miss anything?
I don't think so. Excuse me.
We did.
Sorry.
We didn't really, like I said, there wasn't really a lot to talk about because a lot of this episode was fighting and shooting and
Killing.
yeah, killing, bloodshed, all that kind of fun stuff. So, and we've got season finale next week. Season finale is next Monday. I actually was kind of tempted to sit down and watch it tonight, but well, see, I'm working on my Star Destroyer Lego set. We were talking about that before the show. I got Legos to build. I could sit down and watch season finale tonight, and then watch it again on Sunday when I'm doing my laundry.
I watched SEAL Team, and then I was watching. I was in the middle of Aliens when you sent your text.
Oh yeah, the second one with
The best one.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Okay. Here's my thoughts on that.
Alien rant.
No, not really. I mean, Aliens. It is very, very hard for a movie sequel to outdo its predecessor. I would say Star Wars, but Star Wars is like one big story, really. It's a trilogy. It's not it's not necessarily a sequel. It's the next chapter in the 3-act play kind of thing. But there are very few movies to where the sequel can actually outdoes the predecessor.
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight is one. Aliens, the Alien,
Blade Runner.
Alien, and
although that's a legacy sequel, so I don't know if that.
But
really
like
counts.
Alien and Aliens, Terminator and Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Now, in the case of Terminator and Aliens, they're both amazing. But the thing with it is like the first ones were terrifying. They were scary. I mean, that first Alien was like, because you didn't know what the crap was going on. And the same with the first Terminator. You had no idea. And that machine was just, it was, Arnold as that machine was just frightening. And when he cut his eye out and then eventually he's just the metal skeleton and he's still chasing him and all this stuff. I mean, it was just a frightening series of events. You jump into the second one, and this goes for the same on both of them. They've got more money to play with. And so there's more of an active story going on there. To where, like with the aliens, you had the Marines, and you didn't have just one alien. I mean, you had a whole bunch of aliens. You had Ripley expanding on the, she kind of showed some of the Rambo-esque stuff in the first movie, and then she really dived into it in the second movie. I mean, again, one of the greatest lines in all of "Get away from her, you bitch!" Oh, one of the greatest lines in all of cinema. It's got to be, and not just because it's really just a dumb line, but the way it was said and the meaning behind it, and when I say the way it was said, the way Sigourney Weaver said the line, but then also what she was doing when she said the line, it's like,
yeah, it was a mother versus mother face off, basically,
and it was great. It was almost like Mrs. Weasley when she fought Bellatrix Lestrange in the Harry Potter movie. And it was like, it's the same kind of thing. Love it. So it was the mama bear kicking in right there is what that was. So, but again, you still had a very, very good story, but you had more money to put some cool special effects in it to make it look even better. So, yes.
Game over, man. Game over.
And they had Bill Paxton. Exactly.
And Michael.
Michael Biehn. Yeah.
Michael Biehn from Terminator.
And actually, Lance Hendrickson, who played Bishop, he was also in the first Terminator movie. He was one of the cops. You had the black cop, the one that was, and then you had him. He was his little is the detective. He was one of the detectives that was working with him, where he said, she says, "How did he punch through that window?" And he says, "He's probably jacked up on PCP. Wouldn't feel anything for hours." So again, first Terminator, but you got to look at it too. James Cameron. You've got a director that is using the same talent across his movies. So
Yeah, I don't like many of his movies, but there's a few in there.
there's Lewis. Lewis.
Hello there. Oh, wrong franchise.
No,
wrong franchise. Sorry.
How dare you, Debbie? We're not ready for that crossover yet.
No one cares. Okay, Andrew. Questions. Do we have questions tonight?
Yes. we
Okay,
have a few.
let's do some questions.
First one comes from Loki Jarson. He asks, are you guys miffed about how there are no original Thunderbolts on the Thunderbolts movie team?
No, not at all. And I'll tell you why. Because it's the same thing I had with the Guardians of the Galaxy, to where it was a franchise. It's a franchise that or a team up comic book that I'm really kind of unfamiliar with. So I'm like, they could put anybody in there that they wanted to, and I wouldn't care. But what they've done is taken established characters, which I like. I mean, you've got Bucky. Yeah, that's exactly who I was thinking of.
That's all I
Yelena.
care about. As long as he's in it, I'm happy.
Debbie and I are kind of simpatico, and I forgot what you said. Something the other day. What did you say? I said, "Oh, I'm sitting down watching a movie or something." You said, "Oh, I'm watching the same thing."
Oh yeah.
I was like, frightening. So
I'm not mad.
no, I'm
like
not
I
mad
said,
at
as long
again.
as Sebastian stands in it, I'm good.
And again, like I said too, as far as the Guardians, I had no clue who they were. But if the story's
Yeah, I had
good,
no idea.
if the story's good, bring it. It's going to be awesome. So, and again, established characters. We know who these people are, so we can root for them. Okay, next.
All right. This one comes from Garrett. He says or asks, should Kirk Lazarus replace Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror? If you don't know who that is, it's who Robert Downey Jr. plays in Tropic Thunder.
I've seen some memes
Yeah.
where he basically does that.
I've seen the meme. Have you seen the memes where basically they've taken like all of Robert Downey Jr.'s characters over the years and said, "Oh, this character is going to be Iron Man, and this character is going to be Thor, and this character is going to and yeah, the Tropic Thunder was Black Panther. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. It probably wouldn't fly today. Maybe if it was done back in the 70s or early 80s.
But see, Tropic Thunder, that was
that 90s.
That was 08 or 07.
Yeah, that was
Oh, really?
2000s. It hadn't been that long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't fly today.
Because it just had, it was 08 because it just had its 16th anniversary, 16-year anniversary. So
I'd be all for it, but
but Tropic Thunder had I've tried to watch it. I really have. I don't think I've ever seen it. I've seen a lot of parts of it and everything. Tom Cruise. It's got Tom Cruise in it.
all Tom Cruise.
It's got that barrier blocking me. So
just fast
he's not
forward
even
to
in
the
it that
scene.
much.
I don't care.
Yeah.
He's in it.
It's like what, 5 minutes worth, maybe?
What? So you don't watch what is it? The third Austin Powers movie? You don't watch that one, or the second one? Because he's
Which
got a
one was it?
cameo in one of them.
Yeah, because he played Austin. That was
Yeah.
the third one, wasn't it?
The third one, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Checkmate.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say. Oh, I'm gonna go watch Austin Powers 3 because it's got Tom Cruise in it. That's why everybody went to
Yeah.
go see Austin Powers 3 because it had Tom Cruise.
Probably. They probably use that in the marketing, I'm sure.
Then give me the next question. I'll watch Tropic
All
Thunder
right.
this weekend. I'll watch it this weekend. I promise. I promise, and we can talk about it next Monday.
All right. This next one comes from Rhett. Fully intended as a joke, but
Oh,
he
I'm not
says, "I
taking it.
want." You're not going to take it as one.
Nope.
All right. We're gonna have some people get offended. He said, I watched She-Hulk a while back. Are women necessary? Think we'll leave it at that.
Well, yes, they are.
Well, yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to say
I
that.
think you mean, yeah. I
was
think
gonna.
you mean.
I think I need to think before I say anything. Wait a minute, Kat,
Oh,
are you watching? If Kat's not watching, I can say it.
If he means in the MCU, if they're done correctly.
If they're done correctly,
Yeah.
yes. Yes. If they are done correctly, yes.
Yeah, totally.
I think She-Hulk could have been.
A
I
lot
enjoyed
better.
it personally, but it could have been
Yeah.
so much better.
I think the actress that they chose to portray She-Hulk was good. I think it was just
Yeah. Oh,
it
yeah.
was written and directed poorly. Is
Yeah.
where I'm going with it. So
First,
I
it
don't-
was
I don't-
scary.
I don't. I
Then it
don't.
was not scary. Then it was a little scary.
I don't blame the actress for that at all. I have no animosity towards
Mm-mm.
her because
I love her as an actress.
Yeah.
she was just playing a part, and that's what it boils down to. And whether that part was good or not, that's like saying, "Oh, well, Hayden's a horrible Anakin Skywalker because of Episode 2," and it's like he didn't write the lines.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He was told how to say them and how to do it, so he's just following orders. So
True.
no, I'm sorry, following directions. He's following direction. So
He did follow Order 66, but
Yeah. This is true. This is true.
I
what's
make
our next
myself
one?
laugh. All right. Next one comes from Janae. She says her first question is, do you think they should make an Alpha Flight series?
I have no idea what that is.
I
will tell you. Let's see.
I want to say probably not right now. Not right now, because I think Marvel has kind of stepped back and they're trying to reboot thing. Not reboot necessarily, but I think they realized that Phase 4 was kind of a Charlie Foxtrot, and they're trying to not start over, but get back to their roots. And I don't think you're going to be able to do that by introducing not only a completely new new team up movie, but I mean that'd almost be like, hey, here's some more crap we're going to throw at you, and if it sticks, it sticks.
Yeah. Basically, they're a Canadian superhero group, Debbie, that was put together by the Canadian government.
Gotcha.
There you go. I just put it in our chat if you want to read a little bit about it. Personally, I don't really know much about them other than that. I'd have to do more research on them.
Although they did touch on, they did the whole Russian thing with Black Widows, so
it's true. I could see more of like a special presentation with them. I don't know if we would get a whole series out of them per se,
I could
but
see
introduce them that way and then bring them into a movie after that.
I could see maybe doing them as a post-credit scene for a movie.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
introduce it just like they've done with all of them, and if it takes well, then yes. If people look at it and go, "Oh my gosh, why?" Then you just do it like they've done with all the rest of them and say, "Yeah, we just wanted it there so you know that they're there."
You're in a full theater and there's one Marvel fan who's like a super fan of Alpha Flight. And they appear in a post-credit scene. There's one, whoa,
And everybody
yeah,
else is
everyone
like,
else.
"What is that, man?" And then everybody else is on their
Yeah.
phone on Google. What the crap is that?
Who's that? Yeah.
All right, what's her next one?
All right. Next one. She wants to know our thoughts on if Black Cat should get her own series.
Is
Mm,
that Marvel's version of Catwoman?
she's
Or
Spider Man. She's a
yeah.
Spider Man.
Nemesis?
Yeah,
Yeah. Wasn't
anti-hero.
she was in the 90s series,
She
I
was
think, the animated series. Pretty
gosh,
sure.
who is it? It's somebody of name.
Felicia
Felicia.
Hardy.
Felicia Hardy, yeah.
Yeah. Felicia Hardy.
Should she get her own series?
Because
No.
in the comics, she becomes a regular member of Spider-Man supporting cast. Obviously, in the movies, we haven't seen her.
I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
probably not.
Probably not
Again,
MCU. You
supporting
know how
cast. So
yeah. You know how Marvel's doing some Sony shows at Amazon? Maybe Amazon would pick up. I could see Amazon maybe doing a series. I don't think it would be part of the MCU per se.
yeah, maybe. Oh,
But
I saw
mm,
I started watching, and this is off topic, and you just reminded me of it. So Amazon Prime, there's a Batman series on
oh
Amazon
yeah.
Prime. And I
I
I
guess,
think
haven't
I know where
watched
you're
it
going.
yet.
I think I know where you're going with this.
oh my gosh, it's Penguin's a woman.
I know.
They made Penguin a woman.
You know why? The
'Cause
creator of the show said,
no women villains.
yeah,
But
According to
yeah.
the
all the villains,
That's what I was about to
all
say.
the but they shouldn't have to, because you know what? All the Batman villains are white men. They are white men, so white men are the villains. Why do they need to change that? It's perfect the
I
way it
know.
is.
Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy.
Oh yeah, white men and women.
I can
Yeah,
name others.
they're all
So,
white. All the bad guys are white.
yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I've heard it's really good. Some people have complained about the female penguin.
Mhm.
There
But
was some,
I think
there
it's
was
only one episode that she's in, if I remember
so
correctly.
far I've only seen the one
Yeah.
episode that she's in, but there was
But
something else
I've seen
too, and
the
I can't remember.
trailer, and I like the old like 40s look to it. I
Well,
really like.
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be a continuation of Batman the Animated Series from
Yeah.
the late 80s. It's a
90s.
continue or 90s, but
Yeah.
it's a continuation of that. But the problem with it is without
It's like a loose continuation.
gosh, what's his name?
Kevin Conroy.
Kevin Conroy. Without Kevin
Yeah.
Conroy, it I
And
mean
Mark Hamill.
the guy doing the voice for Batman sounds okay, but you can tell it's not Kevin Conroy. So
Well,
it's
nobody's going to be Kevin Conroy.
I know,
Yeah.
and it
But
just it doesn't.
if
Sound
you
like
want to
it.
keep doing Batman animated series, then you got to have somebody else.
But it's I think, and another reason I say it's in the same style. Oh, Bullock. Bullock's a bad guy in this one. I mean, like Bullock's on the take with somebody. I think with the Penguin, and I'm like, Bullock was never on the take. Bullock was, even though he was kind of a jerk cop, he was still legit. So I don't know. I need to watch it some more. So anyway, I'm sorry. Do we have another
No, you're
question?
good. we got one more. Janae says, thoughts on Spider-Woman Jessica Drew getting her own series, even if it's an animated one. I loved the original growing up. It's kind of like,
I
I
have
guess,
no
how there
clue.
was like the revival of, X-Men 97, getting something like that for Spider-Woman.
No clue.
Maybe. I don't know.
See, I don't know all the different variations of Spider-Man. I only know Spider-Man from the movies and the cartoon series that was back in my time.
Yeah, well, now
long time ago.
that same time ago was Spider-Woman. I think it's on Disney Plus right now.
It's on, yeah.
You can go watch Spider-Woman on
Well,
Disney
I don't
Plus.
remember my brother ever watching Spider-Woman. It was
Well,
always
no, because he was a boy.
Spider-Man.
Because he's a boy. He wouldn't watch Spider-Woman.
Oh, I don't know.
As a kid growing up, you're not. If you're a boy, you're not going to watch Spider-Woman. That's for the girls.
Yeah, and in all his comics, and he had a lot of Spider-Man comics. They were all I don't ever remember seeing different variations.
So, no, I don't think this was a different variation. I think it was a different person. It's just
well, whatever.
Yeah, it's different.
It was always the same thing. It was never. You didn't have Miles Morales, and you didn't have.
It was always Peter Parker.
Yeah, it was always Peter Parker.
Peter Parker. Yeah. So, again, I don't know about a show because, and it's the same thing kind of with Black Cat. It's like she's to me a supporting character. If you're going to put her in like a movie or something, that's fine, but put her in a movie with Spider-Man. You know, don't. I don't think she needs her own standalone thing.
Yeah.
So
true. I don't think enough casual fans know about her.
That would watch, and see, that's the big thing is you've really got to look at those. You've got the super fans out there that are going to look at it and go, "Oh, we need a Spider-Woman show," and "Oh, we need this and that and everything else." But
I know a lot of them have been calling for Gwen Spidey,
but she's big right now because of the Spider-Verse. This Spider-Gwen or whatever, Ghost Spider. But because of the Spider,
I've only seen the first one, so.
But because of the Spider-Verse, she is significant. Go watch the second one; it's so good, so good. It really is. Debbie, I'm gonna watch Tropic.
You're not allowed on the Marvel show until you watch it again.
I'm gonna watch Tropic Thunder this weekend. You have to watch Across the Spider-Verse. Oh, actually,
is it even streaming
We'll
anywhere?
monitor your Netflix. Yeah, we'll monitor your Netflix. We'll know if you watch it. Yeah,
pretty sure it is.
I did rent.
I can't tell you.
It is.
I rented Twisters this weekend.
Nice.
It was all right.
It didn't have Bill Paxton in it though.
Yeah, it's
not the same.
I'm sorry. It just didn't feel like the first one, which I know. Yeah, I complain about that in the Star Wars universe.
It's not.
It just didn't compare. It was all right. I mean, I enjoyed it.
Standalone.
Did it have?
It's not meant to. It's not like a legacy sequel like Top Gun Maverick. I mean, it's supposed to be its own thing.
Oh, I know. It was all right.
Did it have the line "cow"?
No.
Another cow? No, I think that's the same one. Awesome.
If you feel it.
Oh God. I know.
Jason.
I know people are going goo goo gaga over Glenn Powell. He's adorable. Yes. I don't know if I like him as an actor yet. I mean, he's all right, but I don't know. I
will see. I will see Twisters when I can watch it for free on a streaming service. I am not planning on renting it.
I've seen it twice in the theater.
know you have. I see your Facebook feed.
Yeah.
Round 2. I'm like, dude.
Well, hey, hold on though.
Do you have nothing better to do than go watch the same movie?
This time though, I saw it with my mom, grandma, and sisters. The first time I saw it was by myself. They wanted to go see it, and I tagged along. So
Did they like it?
that's why. Oh yeah,
Actually,
I've got a 16-year-old sister who's at the right age where someone like Glenn Powell in a movie.
Mm.
That's all she needs. That's all she needs to know to make her watch it. All right.
actually,
That'll sell her.
what he's not telling you is that in his little one-horse town that he lives in, there's only one movie theater that has 6 screens on it, and he's only got so many choices to go see, and it's either the Notebook Special Edition or Twisters again. So
Yep.
plus, there's nothing else to do in the town other than go to the movies.
Right.
Either that or go hang out at Walmart or have ice cream at the Dairy Queen.
Kind of sounds like my town.
There is a Dairy Queen. You know, it's funny. There's a Dairy Queen, and then just a little ways, there's the theater and the Walmart right next to each other. So
You're not a town in Texas unless you got a Dairy Queen at you. So
yeah, but you know what? I
We have two.
Yeah, my dad has a connection to Glen Powell because, and he just loves this. His supervisor is friends with Glenn's mom, like close, and so she'll always brag about that, and so he'll hear about it. So he's like, Glen Powell this, Glen Powell that. I've had it. I'm like, okay, I didn't know you knew that. I'm just letting you know.
All right. Any more questions?
That does it for this week.
That's it for this week. Debbie, shameless plugs. What do we got?
Tomorrow night I will be on the Sith Dominion. They're on their own channel now at Sith Dominion on YouTube. And we are discussing Attack of the Clones from the view of Sithiness.
Ooh.
So, and then Wednesday, we will have a new episode of War of the Stars dropping. Thursday, we are back doing a review of.
We're gonna do a react. I don't know what we're doing on Thursday. We'll do a react to Skeleton Crew and
talk a little bit about D23,
maybe see where the wind takes us.
Yeah, whatever.
We're gonna
Hot
talk
takes
about Star
part
Wars.
2.
We'll talk about Star Wars. Yeah, no, we don't want to do hot takes. We just did that. Let's do viewer voice. If you got a question, send it to Andrew. Let's answer questions.
Ask us anything.
Yeah, ask us anything. And I mean, you could say, David, I want to know what your pant size is, and I'll tell you my pant size. It doesn't have to be Star Wars related.
You know what I'll do though? Yeah, when I do the post, I'll specify it doesn't have to be Star Wars related.
Yeah, ask us anything.
So ask
we
us.
We are open
anything,
books.
Except what my GPA is. You don't want to know.
And how old we actually are. We don't want to tell you.
I think I've said it before on here.
No.
I'm old. Old.
I am older than
enough.
you think.
I could probably say the same thing because most people get my age wrong. In a good way.
46.
Oh, man, how I wish to be 46 again.
I was going to say it's less than that. Or it's more than that, I mean. Yeah.
That'd be great to be in my 40s again. Anyway, Saturday we'll have Geek Gauntlet, and they talk about everything.
Yes. Very cool. Andrew, do you have anything shameless plug-wise?
Not really. Other than posting the question Thursday. That's pretty much it. So be on the lookout for that.
That is. Go look at it. Go look out. Be on the lookout for it. Check us out on all the social medias. Check us out right here on YouTube. We will be back next week on MCU Mondays. We've got the season finale of Daredevil, season 2 finale of Daredevil. So we will see you all next week right here on MCU Mondays. Y'all have a great week.
Join us next week as Captain America takes on the Daredevil.
Your Honor, I lost $5,000 on the Marvel Company baseball tournament because Daredevil lied about his blindness and hit 5 home runs.
I just got lucky, Your Honor. I can't see anything.
Oh, really? Yeah, I'd like to drop all charges.
He's out.